You're not falling apart, you're being dismantled. And yes, there is a difference. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Liz Mears, and I've just got a little update for you. We are going into a full moon on the 3rd of March. It's a blood moon, it's in Virgo, and we're Mercury retrograde. So I think it's time that we do a little ritual to help ourselves with it. But first, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in the skies. So what we have is actually very, very rare, and it can happen once or twice a year, but actually the last time it happened was back in 2023, and the next time it happens won't be until 2027, and that is the blood moon and Mercury retrograde. So things are probably feeling chaotic for you, but it isn't just chaos, it's actually a reset. You and I are both standing right in the middle of it, and it's time to take a deep breath. So interestingly now, what is actually arising isn't actually new. It's just a lot louder. Things that you could normally get through are feeling very, very foggy. But I'll also tell you what, your intuition is really sharp right now. Your dreams are vivid. My dreams are vivid for sure. Your gut is louder than usual, and you know things that you just can't fully explain. Trust yourself. You really don't need logic for everything, especially not for your own worth. So let's talk about the blood moon in Virgo. It is exposing perfectionism, not because you're broken, but because you've been using perfectionism as an armor. You've been trying to earn your worth through your perfectionism. You're trying to control everything because you're scared of what will happen if you don't. You're over-functioning, over-giving, overthinking, because somewhere along the line you learned that being valuable meant being useful. This month is here to change that, quite frankly. Perfectionism is usually fear in a very tidy little outfit, and if you're a Virgo like me, it may well be hitting you very strongly this month. Control is usually anxiety dressed up as responsibility. And a lot of us, especially parents, especially us that are holding space for our neurodivergent children, have been carrying both. So this energy isn't here to punish you. It's here to remove what you don't need anymore. And that can feel really uncomfortable. Sometimes it can feel like you're being stripped down, like you're being demolished. But it isn't actually destruction. This is a renovation. You're not being destroyed. You're being rebuilt. I, for one, have spent the last few days coming towards this blood moon with Mercury retrograde, being in Virgo. I have been a well of tears, quite frankly, at absolutely anything. So if you've been feeling that way too, you're not alone. I'm trying to be gentle with myself. I'm also trying to get myself out in the sunshine just to get some fresh air, just to do those little things that give us glimmers throughout the day to get us through. So to go along with how we're feeling and everything that's going on, I've got just a small little ritual for you today. You don't need anything to do it. It's really very simple. It's nothing elaborate. There's no crystals required, and you can journal it, pencil and pen if you want, journal it in your notes, do it as a voice note to yourself, or just simply think to yourself for a minute and take a moment to be like, okay. Step one is write down everything that you're trying to control right now. Kids, finances, school, work, forms, how you're feeling, your relationship, your body. Let's write down that invisible checklist that we are all trying to actually control. Part of mine is the cleanliness of my home. There are piles everywhere. There are lots of ADHD people in this house, and I can't keep up on it all by myself. And that is one of my things that I will be writing down. Step two is to actually just take the time to read that out loud, or just to read it in your head a couple of times, and to really feel the weight of what it is you are asking of yourself, those expectations that are not actually very helpful, are they? So take a moment to see how heavy it actually feels. And whilst I'm talking about this, I'm actually getting a really heavy feeling on my back because of those expectations I'm giving to myself. So I suspect you are as well. And step 3, so you can burn this paper safely if you'd like to. If you're not into that kind of thing, then I do love a bit of tearing paper up and getting rid of it that way. Or if you haven't actually written any of this down, you just said it out loud, maybe you would just like to light a candle, blow the candle out, and release these expectations and these perfectionism points and anxieties and everything that you are carrying around with you. Release it out into the universe. Okay, so when you've done that, little interesting bit now is just how it's affecting every sign at this moment. So I am going to read to you what each sign is resonating with, and this is just a little bit of reflection. So wherever you fall in the zodiac, this is your nudge for the month ahead. So Aries, my lovely Aries, you don't have to be switched on all the time. Release the belief that your value is tied to your productivity. Rest is regulation. And right now, regulation matters more than performance. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, you've been gripping onto your joy like it is disappearing. You don't need to control the good things. Let something be easy and allow pleasure, not because you've earned it, just because you're allowed it. Gemini. Gemini, old family stories are surfacing again. Roles that you've stepped into to survive are being brought up, and you don't have to carry those identities anymore if they don't fit. And you're allowed to grow out of who you had to be. Cancer. Notice how you're speaking to yourself, please. This is a month to shift the narrative from criticism to compassion for yourself. Your inner voice matters. Start right there. Lovely Leos. There's something around your worth and money that is rising, not because you're failing, but because it's time to stop shrinking. This one feels really strong. You are allowed abundance and you are allowed to take up space. Virgo, this one is personal for you. You are shedding skin. The version of you that survived by being perfect is ready to retire. You are enough without fixing yourself first. So take a moment to breathe that in and let's stop being so hard on ourselves. Libra, subconscious blocks are rising. Stuff you've politely avoided are coming back up for you to look at. This is clarity. Face what has been sitting quietly in the dark. You're going to feel lighter. Scorpio, your connections may shift. It doesn't mean that you've failed. It means that you're evolving. You don't have to dilute yourself to keep people comfortable. Be fully you. Sagittarius, you are redefining success. Not what looks impressive, but what actually feels like success. Move toward that, even if it surprises you. Capricorn. Capricorn, your old beliefs about responsibility are cracking. You don't have to carry everything. Dream bigger, not in a hustle way, in an expansive way. There is more available to you than you think. Aquarius, deep emotions are surfacing for you. Don't intellectualize them away. Feel them. You are safe to soften and you are safe to let something move. Pisces, your relationships are shifting, including the one that you have with yourself. You need to release those patterns that are keeping you small. This is real transformation, quiet, deep, and real. Trust it. So I hope that gives you a little look into how this month ahead is going to be, but we've got quite a large astrological month this month. There's a lot of changes happening, a lot of things in the sky happening. And if you want to know more, do follow me on social media because I do talk about it more there. But for now, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope you enjoy these little hippie woo-woo rituals that I do bring out. Obviously, I talk mainly about our kids, home education, the Sen system, but I will forever be a hippie at my heart. So if you are too, hit subscribe and I will see you next time. Bye! If you want to scream in the background, if you would like to be part of the outtakes, you can now. Ah! Thank you, darling.